A warm welcome back to Jolgol News, your ultimate hub for everything Real Madrid. As the 2025-26 season draws ever closer, the mood in Madrid is one of both excitement and uncertainty. Real Madrid, a club synonymous with ambition and excellence, are undergoing a quiet yet pivotal transformation under the leadership of new head coach Xabi Alonso. The Spaniard, a former midfield general and club legend, has returned to the Santiago Bernabéu with a clear vision, but it appears the club's transfer strategy might be undermining his early efforts. After a trophyless campaign last season, expectations are sky-high. The pressure to restore the club's domestic and European dominance is immense, and Real Madrid know they cannot afford another year of falling short. The arrival of Alonso has injected fresh hope, and several signings, most notably the highly rated Franco Mastantuono, who is set to join in the coming days, have sparked optimism. Yet, beneath the surface, there are signs of miscalculation, two in particular. The club appears to be winding down its transfer activity, with no major moves expected following the acquisition of Álvaro Carreras. This passive approach could cost them dearly. Multiple reports, including credible sources like The Athletic, have revealed that Alonso has privately expressed his desire for at least one more midfielder. The former Bayern Leverkusen boss sees midfield depth as a crucial element in mounting a serious challenge across 4 competitions. And yet, his call seems to be falling on deaf ears. Moreover, while Madrid's midfield has often been the engine of their success, the lack of urgency in addressing their defensive frailties is equally puzzling. For 2 consecutive seasons, Madrid have suffered due to a lack of options at centre-back. The same mistake is on the verge of being repeated once more. Last year, the club had to make do by pushing Aurélien Tchouaméni, a natural defensive midfielder, into a central defensive role during key fixtures. While he performed admirably at times, the tactical compromise cost the team consistency and structure. It was a reactive move that highlighted poor planning more than strategic flexibility. This summer, there were several promising young defenders available for relatively modest fees. Loic Bad, for instance, is reportedly on the market for just €30 million. Meanwhile, Christian Mosquera, an emerging talent, was swiftly snapped up by Arsenal while Madrid watched from the sidelines. For a club of such stature and resources, this inaction is hard to justify. To ignore the lessons of the past is to invite them again. If Xabi Alonso identifies a specific need in the squad, especially in a position as vital as midfield or defense, the board should be proactive in addressing it. Alonso's arrival represents a new chapter. Failing to support him fully in his debut season could have long-term consequences. However, to offer a counterpoint, there might be a hidden benefit to this conservative strategy. With no big-money reinforcements in sight, Alonso may be granted the space and freedom to elevate some of the promising talents from the club's esteemed academy, La Fábrica. Jón Martínez is one such example. A composed and intelligent centre-back, Martínez has the potential to step up, provided he regains full fitness. He's already shown glimpses of maturity beyond his years and could become a useful option in rotation or domestic cup matches. Then there's the midfield duo of Manuel Angel and Thiago Pitach. Both players have turned heads with their performances at youth level and in training sessions. Pitach, in particular, has already trained with the senior squad, while Angel's only obstacle remains his ongoing recovery from fitness issues. Developing homegrown talent has always been a core value at Real Madrid, even if it sometimes takes a backseat to Galactico-style signings. If Alonso can integrate even 1 or 2 of these young players into his regular rotation, the perceived lack of signings might eventually be seen as a strategic success. Still, the risk remains high. The La Liga and Champions League calendars are unforgiving, and injuries are inevitable. Squad depth, especially in key areas, can often be the difference between lifting silverware and ending the season with regrets. While Real Madrid have every reason to be cautious about overspending or making hasty purchases, there is a fine line between prudent planning and neglect. In a season that already feels like a turning point, ensuring Alonso has the tools he needs is essential. Even in a squad filled with elite talent, Mbappé, Bellingham, Vinícius Jr, Valverde, the team is only as strong as its weakest link. With aging veterans and rising injury concerns, relying too heavily on youth without a proper safety net is a gamble. As the transfer window edges toward closure, all eyes will be on Real Madrid's next move, or lack thereof. Fans have grown weary of strategic inaction, especially when it leads to on-field disappointment. The opportunity to act is now, before another injury crisis forces the club into damage control mode. In the end, this window may come to define Alonso's first season in charge. Whether Madrid's silence proves to be a masterstroke of faith in youth or a costly oversight remains to be seen. One thing is clear, the margin for error in modern football is razor-thin. For a club like Real Madrid, every season is judged not just by effort but by silverware. And in a world where small mistakes can spiral into big failures, the quiet ones, like those happening right now in the transfer market, can often be the most dangerous.